Be sure you've completed the previous sections and have warmed up before beginning this section of stretches, as they're more challenging. Roll onto your belly for bow pose. Bend both knees back and press down with your pelvis. Keep your legs together and grab hold of your ankles. Using the strength of your legs, kick back. Straighten the arms and pull the shoulders back and down. Open and lift the front body. Contract the buttocks and lift the legs higher without straining. Remember to breathe. Relax the back of the neck, face and jaw. Stretching does more than keep us youthful, limber, and healthy. Flexibility is an attitude that transforms the mind as well as the body. Okay. Come out of the pose at any time. If you feel the breath become short or choppy, or you feel too much intensity in your back, and then come back up again after you've released. Gradually, with time and practice, you'll be able to hold the pose longer. Try lifting your knees off the floor and lifting up through the heart. Release your ankles and sit back onto your heels for reclining hero pose. In this pose, the legs will receive an intense stretch. First, stretch your ankles and your shins. Sit up tall. And once you can sit on your heels, bring the knees together and open your feet. Try to sit between your heels. Pull the calves out to the side to make more space. If you're able to sit between your heels, gradually lower your back to the floor. Do not attempt to drop back until you can comfortably sit between the feet, as you could injure your back or your knees. Release your low back and allow the spine to lengthen. Press your chins into the floor. This is a good stretch for the quads, ankles, and shins. Stretch your arms above your head, grab hold of your elbows, and lengthen the side body. Mentally be willing to stay in the pose long enough to bear fruit. We eventually learn to be comfortable with discomfort. Slowly return to your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide apart. Tuck the toes under. Straighten the arms and lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Lift the belly as if you were trying to zip up a tight pair of jeans. Look between the legs. Move the thighs back and bring the weight into the legs and heels. Tuck your chin to your chest. Relax the head and the neck. This is a great stretch for the entire back of the body. On the exhale, pull your belly up. On the inhale, try to bring your chest closer toward the floor. Breathe. If you can't lower your heels to the floor, just keep your knees bent. Lengthen the back. And gradually, the hamstrings lengthen and the heels will lower to the floor. Release and come down onto your knees. Sit back on your heels and release your back. Come up and sit down, straightening both legs in front in a forward bend. Open the legs shoulder width apart and reach your arms up. Lengthen the front body. Walk the thigh bones back And as you come forward, bring the belly down first, then the chest, and then the chin. This pose is not recommended if you have sciatica or disc problems. If you feel the stretch mostly in your back, try bending your knees. Or sit on a towel or blanket. This will transfer the stretch to the hamstrings. Feel the stretch from the entire back side, from the heel to the base of the skull. This pose is said to rejuvenate the spine and soothe the nervous system. Forward bends also tone your patience muscles. Remember to breathe. Forward bends have a very calming effect on the body. Come up slowly and come down on your back. Pull your knees in and circle them around. Massage the sacrum and the low back. Keep your knees bent, but lift and cross your left thigh over your right. Wrap up your lower legs. Maybe you can hook your ankles together. Now twist both knees over to the right. Open the left arm out to the side. Breathe into those tight spots. Discover some subtle areas of tension, perhaps that you never observed before. If we can be open and observant, we will begin to notice our body releasing and opening on its own, little by little and breath by breath. Bring both knees back, uncross your legs, squeeze them in again, and circle around. Keep the knees bent, and cross the right leg over the left. Wrap up your legs, and twist to the left. Open your right arm out to the side. Look over the right shoulder. Notice if your mind feels a little quieter than when you began. If your body feels a little more open. If you feel a little more relaxed. Now bring both legs back, uncross. Pull it in one more time and circle around. Straighten both legs. Rest your arms by your side. Let go completely and relax deeply. Your work is done.